Isn't it crazy how one decision can wreck the next 50 years of your life? One dumb thing. Young people, please don't make big decisions too soon. And there's nothing as reprehensible as spending the rest of your life living with the consequences of a dumb thing you could have avoided. One thing about God, he is justice, but he's also mercy. If he were not a God of a second chance, this whole church would be empty right now. And most of us are probably on our 16th, 25th chance, not our second chance.
What you did back there ain't got nothing to do with what God got for you. Do you know, man, that you can actually mess your life completely up and you can turn around and get it right? I lost everything twice. I'm just trying to tell you, man, God is really with you. You can make all the mistakes you want to make. God is in the forgiving business.
You learn as you go. All of a sudden, God says, in the chaos, I am going to give you an opportunity to correct the mistakes of your past. I will not hold against you the bad choice of yesterday if you will correct it with the good choice of today. Opportunity comes in chaos. A chance to get it right. A chance to make a U-turn.
Everybody in your life will have a turn back moment. You're going to have such a period in your life where it seems like it's not working. You're going to have a lot of trials and tribulations and challenges. And everybody has what's called a turn back moment, where the direction you're going, you will have to make a decision to keep going or you turn back.
In the middle of a chaos, it changed the trajectory of destiny through a choice that was pushed out in the middle of a chaos. Don't run from the chaos. Stand still and let the chaos run from you. It is good to be uncomfortable. I've never met anybody who was terribly creative or strong in leadership who was also comfortable. Those exceptional people who are uncomfortable with the times and rise to the challenge because they refuse to allow the chaos around them to determine the conqueror within them. People who resist the toll to go down and stand fiercely in spite of opposition and say, I'm going to do it anyway. Move this mountain. It is not what your country can do for you, it is what you can do for your country. All of these statements are born out of bad times, not good times. It is the chaos of the time that creates the conqueror in the man. So when God gets ready to reveal to you what you have in you, he will often place you in the midst of chaos to push you like toothpaste out of a tube. It won't come out without pressure. Don't come against me now. I just lost my job. Don't come against me now. I'm going through a divorce. Don't come against me now. They're downsizing at my company. Don't come against me now. I'm not sure of myself. But it is the insecurity of the times that defines who you really are. You will not be challenged in your convenience. You will be challenged in your chaos.
Don't be defined by your mistakes. We can all look back and see times where we gave in to temptation. It's easy to be defined by one moment in life, by divorce, by how we raised our children. The enemy is called the accuser. He would love to convince you to let that one mistake to cause you to live down on yourself. You may have failed, but you are not a failure. Don't let that mistake define who you are. People will try to define you by your mistakes, remind you of all the times you failed, the times you didn't measure up. Some people will choose to remember your failures more than your victories. Despite the time you make sacrifices to help others, but when you make one mistake, don't be surprised if people don't try to convince you to live condemned. Well, God's not going to bless you. You went through the divorce. You gave in to temptation. Just sit on the sidelines. They don't determine your destiny. The only one that can stop you is you. If you wear labels that people stick on you, that will keep you from your destiny. You can't stop them from putting labels on you, but you can take them right off. I'm defined by what God says about me. I'm forgiven. My past is over. My failures are in my yesterday. And you know what? I'm not bringing them into today. What about the mistake? It's covered by mercy. What about the divorce? The times I've blown it, that's over and done. God is not judging you by one mistake. Why are you beating yourself up? Why have you settled where you are? There is an incredible future awaiting you if you'll remove the labels that are telling you everything you're not. That doesn't have to stop you. The enemy would love for you to go through life living condemned, failure, unworthy. Do yourself a favor. Take off those labels and put on what God says about you. Forgiven, blessed, victorious. The good news is God doesn't judge us by one mistake, or for some of us by 10,000 mistakes. You may have counted yourself out. God has already counted you in. That mistake is not who you are, it's what you did. That one bad season doesn't determine the rest of your life. Here's the key. God doesn't define us by our mistakes. He refines us by our mistakes. That addiction that you're struggling with, that is a season, not a lifetime. Don't let it become permanent. Put on some new labels: free, whole, restored. You may have made mistakes, but you have to learn to forgive yourself. Sometimes we can forgive others easier than we can forgive ourselves. I blew my marriage, wasted years of my life on drugs. You can't change what's behind you, but you can do something about what's in front of you. God's mercy is bigger than any mistake that you've made. Quit dwelling on everything you've done wrong, how you didn't control your temper. The moment you ask God to forgive you, He forgave you. Quit replaying your failures, thinking of the times that you didn't measure up. That's just making you more guilty, more condemned. God knows we're not perfect. He knows we're going to make mistakes. God already knew it was going to happen. You're still going to accomplish your dream. You're still going to meet the right person. Now do your part. God is saying, get back in the game. There will be times God takes you into things you don't understand. The door closed. The contract didn't go through. Thinking, God, I was being my best. What did I do wrong? Some doors are supposed to close. Some opportunities are not supposed to last. And if we let what seems like a failure define us, then we will miss what God really had in mind. You don't know what God is up to. When we go through what seems like a failure, it's easy to think, I don't have God's favor now. No, stay in faith. You're on the verge of a new level. Now, keep passing these tests. Other people may judge you by where you are. Don't pay any attention. God has the final say. They will see you promoted in a position of greater favor. Don't judge your future by where you are in the desert. Don't let what you've been through taint the rest of your life.
hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky